y'all doing? It's 8 o'clock. Y'all already know what it is. It is season 2 of Fall into Victory podcast, and I am your host, Teacher Michelle, and I'm so excited to be here. Y'all, listen. I'm going to do my best to talk tonight and not cry and not shed a tear. Um, let me say two things. Hey, Deborah Michelle. I'm overwhelmed with let me tell y'all first. Let me start here. God is amazing. That's all I'm going to say. But I know that as we journey on, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Fall into Victory Podcast. But I'm jumping right in, y'all. We're going to work right away. What was I saying? What was I saying? I was saying God is amazing. So I was trying to figure out what was I going to talk about tonight, because I know for a fact that he gave me something earlier part of last week and I totally lost it. Can't remember, did not write a thing down, but just knew that this revelation was so good. I was not going to lose it. That was a lie. I should know better. I am over the age of 40. So that means that I don't remember anything. I'm not even joking. Ask my husband. I set alarms for everything. To pick up a kid from school, an alarm. To call a doctor, an alarm. So that was silly of me not to write it down. But however, I think I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with my thinking. I think that he said, no, let's just say that. But I do want to talk about something. So I was saying that God is good. That's what I was saying. Because I think about how I thought about literally within an hour of how sometimes you make your life look easy, right? The things that we do on a daily basis to others may look easy. It may look very easy, but then I thought about how there's a cost to the looking easy, right? There's a cost. Somebody better agree with me in this chat that there's a cost to the life looking easy. So when people look on the outside looking in, they think this is easy. Oh, she's doing it. Listen, as God is my witness, as my husband my witness, y'all, when I say that my body was legitly under attack less than about an hour ago, like under attack, couldn't move, had to keep still. But I'm saying that to say, we handled it how we were supposed to, of course, with prayer. And I took some medicine to kind of just try to get myself together. So I literally was sitting in quiet time, asking the Lord to help me with what I was supposed to say, because I knew what I forgot. I told you, I feel like I'm so filled with emotion right now. It's not coming out, but it's behind my eyes, right? Because I thought about how good God is. What the enemy meant for evil, ... Like literally, God literally will turn that thing around. I'm not even joking. And I'm filled with emotion because I literally was listening to CeCe Winans' Worthy is the Lamb, right? I've been listening to it a few times this week. But like, you just deserve the praise. You deserve it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a place right now, but it's like you deserve the praise, even when life brings whatever it is bringing, whatever is life is doing. You still deserve the praise. It's like, even when, y'all, I promise y'all, my arm felt like it weighed 500 pounds. I'm not even joking. I told my husband, I said, the only reason why I'm not getting up to go to the hospital is because I'm very coherent and there's no pain. But my arm was heavy. My head was heavy. It was awkward. But even in that, you deserve the praise. Now I'm going to testify. Even when the bills are due, right? And the math ain't mathing, you deserve the praise. Even when your enemy is attacking you and coming up against you. And I don't just mean the enemy Satan, but I mean people. Now, people ain't the enemy. The spirit that they operate in is from the enemy. Even when people are hating on you, and that spirit has overtaken them and attacking you. How about this though? Not even attacking you in the forefront. I'm talking about the unknown attacks, the ones where they are preying, praying to get you behind your back. God still gets the glory. Even when your kids is acting up, God still gets the glory. Man, worthy is the Lamb. Like, anywho, that thing had me, it had me tripped up and emotional. Like, nobody knows, as they say, the cost of your oil, right? So nobody knows behind the scenes what you go through to do what you're supposed to do and do what you're called to do. Nobody, and this is going to go right into what I was going to talk about, but nobody knows the trials, the tribulations, the attacks from people, the attacks from family, the attacks from strangers, the enemy. Like, nobody knows the cost of your oil. You make it look so easy. I'm praying for y'all in this season. I'm not even joking. I'm praying in this season that you will continue to make it look easy for others. But I'm also praying in this season for you. I'm not even joking, for every person that's on here. And God knows exactly who's on here. I'm also praying in this season for it to be easy. So what I mean by that is for you, exactly what my husband said, to push through, right? So even when the attacks come, right? Even though they may slay you, even though they may call you out, even though they may try to expose you, even though they may backbite, even though they may lie, even though they may tamper your name, even though they may come against you, I'm praying that God will allow you to push through. It's not easy to push through in spite of ... You put whatever it is there that you're going through. Hey, Josina. Whatever it is that you're going through, you put right there ... But I'm praying in this season, again, for everyone that's on here, whatever it is that you're going through, I'm praying that you push through and it will be easy for you. The push through will be easy. Yeah. And this is why I'm saying this, because we all are aware that we're living in the last days, right? I'm not even joking. And I think that people like, oh yeah, we're living in the last days. They say it, but they don't realize that the Lord told me a long time ago, I'm not even joking, a couple years ago, that destruction is upon us. And it's only going to get worse, right? So what I'm saying is there's distractions, right? Because there's an enemy. There's distractions. There's this thing called life, where life really be life, but God be God, right? Because if you can really see God in the life is life in part, then you're able to push through. So time is winding down. Life is really lifing. We not getting no more time back, but I know for the time that we have now, push through. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to say to y'all tonight. Push through. Life is not going to get easier, but I'm praying that your push will be easier. God, that's a word. So my prayer for you is that your push through whatever circumstance that you're going through is going to be easy. God's going to make the push easy. God is going to make the determination in your mind that you want to. God's going to make the determination. No, how about this? God's going to make your willingness to be determined to push through easy. If that all made sense, because it ain't make sense to me. I probably need to go back like, what did you just say? God is going to make you freely feel free. Somebody help me. God is going to give you a desire to be willing. There we go. So God is going to give you that desire to be willing to push through. You know how sometimes we can kind of, nah, God, this is not what I'm trying to do. But my prayer for you, all 8 of y'all, or whoever else is going to watch this, is that you will be willing. It will come so natural and you will push through. your push through will be easy. Your made up mind to be determined to push through will be easy. And then the push will be easy. So even though the circumstance may be great, right? It says that there's nothing impossible to those that believe. So all you got to do, believe. All you have to do is believe that the push through is going to be easy, and God's going to make the push through easy. That's the word. I mean, I'm saying, I ain't saying that's in the word, but what I'm saying, well, what I said was in the word about it's all possible to those that believe. But what I'm saying is I really believe that God wanted to release that to somebody. I'm not even joking, because it was released to me. I just released it to me. I'm not even joking, and I'll take it, because I'm telling y'all, it's not easy. What you are going through isn't easy, but guess what? This is the grace, right? Because you make it look so easy, but it's not easy. It's hard. But however, in this season, whatever season you're in, I hope you receive this. Whatever season you're in, the push is going to be easy. The push through to the other side is going to be easy. Don't forget that you have names that are attached to your name. The things there's things that you are supposed to do for people. There are things that you are supposed to help people with, but you have to push through to get to the other side so you can help them get through what it is that they have to get through, because you cannot help them while you're in the middle of your push. Because if you're in the middle of your push, what usually happens when you're in the middle of the push? What usually happens when you're in the middle of a trial or a tribulation? What usually happens, right? We get emotional. We quit. I know I quit real quick. Like, nah, we ain't doing this, guy. I ain't doing this. But I jump right back in. I get knocked down, but I don't stay down. So those things, the insecurities start flaring up. The enemy starts talking. His voice starts projecting louder than God's voice in the middle of the push, right? In dead smack in that middle of that push. So what I'm saying is you have to push through in order to help the names that are attached to your name. You are on assignment. God, this word is for me. I'm not even joking. You are on assignment, whether you like it or not. Whether you think that you just show up to work just to go, no, you're on assignment. And if you don't know your assignment, then you need to ask God what your purpose is and what your assignment. What is my purpose in this season? What is my purpose in this life? What is my assignment in this season? What is my assignment in this life? You need to be asking God that, because you don't just work at McDonald's just to work there. You don't just work at the company that you work at just to work there. You're not even retired just to be retired. So I don't know who that's for, but you have an assignment on your life. Regardless of where you are in your life, you have an assignment. All right, y'all. Yes, whether you like it or not. That's right, Brandy. I'm not even joking. But it's up to you to determine if you want to accept the assignment and follow through with the assignment. Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans that I have for you, right? Let me, I know the scripture, but for I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. And I think sometimes that we get caught up like, well, if you got a plan, God, then what is going on? Oh, he working it. Oh, it's the plan. Oh, he got a plan. All right. He's working the plan out, but you got to push through. You got to push through. Ain't no way that you're going to be able to see, what did it say? The plans to prosper and the hope in the future if you don't push through. Because if you get knocked down and you stay down, ain't no way that you're going to be able to see what he's trying to do, because you're going to be laid down. You're going to be stretched down. And you can't see from down there. You can't see the plans and the future from down there. You have to see plans and future from eye view and look up. It ain't no looking up from the ground if you get knocked down. No. You can only see but so far when you're knocked down. But when you're standing up, your view and your perspective is completely different. I know I'm talking good. I'm not even joking. You don't even got to tell me, because this thing is for me. I ain't even joking, y'all. But that goes right into what I wanted to say tonight. Well, I didn't want to say this, but I just thought about this earlier. Happy Teachers Appreciation Week to everybody that is a teacher. It does not mean that has to be a profession. Because if you're a mom, you're a teacher. If you're a doctor, you're a teacher. If you're a lawyer, you're a teacher. If you are a daycare worker, you're a teacher. If you are a businesswoman, you're a teacher. If you are a congressman, you are a teacher. There's no way that you don't teach in whatever it is that you do. I'm not even joking. But I don't want to take away from teachers, because we know that teachers are a thing right now. We talk about teachers should be getting these great salaries, and yes, but I wanted to share just a little bit. But I know what I was saying before, I know is probably tied in somewhere with what I wanted to say, but I wanted to talk about how I became a teacher, but it is not me. It is all God. So some may not know, and I shared this with my good girlfriend a couple of years ago. She was like, "What, girl? I thought you went to school to be a teacher." And I'm like, "No." But this is how serious my Father is about me, and what he says in Jeremiah 29:11. He says, "For I know the plans that I have for you," right? And I take the scripture that he will really give you the desires of your heart, right? He knew the desire of my heart. So I've had a career in, a lot of capacities, a lot in leadership and management. That was just my thing. That was definitely my thing. I love to manage people. I love to show them love. I love to help people. That is my thing. It's something that you can't take away from me. It's in me. I have a servant's heart. I love to serve people. I love to serve God's people. That is my thing. No matter how much they get on my nerves, sometimes I don't want to serve them, but God always reminds me that this is one of the reasons why I'm here. So I'm not a teacher by profession. I am a teacher by purpose. So it was years ago that I asked the Lord. I had a baby, Tania, my daughter. She's 21 now, not my son at the time, but I had 2 foster kids in addition to my child. So I had 3 kids at the time. And I said, "God, you know what? I really don't like these long 12 to 16-hour shifts," because I was a catering manager and I ran multiple stores with catering for Famous Dave's, if anybody knows Famous Dave's. So I was the first caterer manager for Famous Dave's. I was also the sales assistant. I was also literally, I went from waitressing in college, like that's what I did to get myself through college. And one of my girlfriends at the time said, "Oh, ain't you going to school for this?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, okay. I'm going to talk to the manager." So happy, y'all. This was God. I'm not even joking, even with this, because he taught me how to manage people. The catering manager got fired for going to the Eagles game and catering and getting drunk. Yep. So she was fired literally like right after my girlfriend at the time, literally. Um, yes, I was a catering manager for a chain restaurant. Stop it. What did I say? After my girlfriend mentioned to me right after that, the girl got fired. And they were like, "Okay, you're up next." And I'm like, "Me? I'm up next?" Didn't know what I was doing. Fresh in college, just learning this stuff. Courses, got a baby. But anywho, I worked long hours. 16 hours. It was horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. I was never home. My baby saw me in the morning and she saw me when she was going to bed. I'm not even joking. I hated it. So I said to God, I literally said to him, I said, "Okay, all right, a lot of different jobs. Okay, this is great. But now I need to be able to be home when my kids get out. I need to have summers." I started telling him what I wanted. "Oh, you know what, God? This sounds like I need to be a teacher." "Okay, no problem." So when I say that he backdoored me in, he backdoored me in. The reason why he backdoored me in, because God knew that I had to be backdoored in. All right, so I'm backdoored in. Get to the job. I have an interview, and it's funny because I'm from the suburbs. I'm not from Philadelphia. Everyone says I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from the suburbs. However, Philadelphia is not far. It's 25 minutes from my house, and in this 25 minutes from my house, everyone knows that Philadelphia is an urban area. Where I'm from, it is a predominantly it's a mixed area. There we go. So, but where I went to school at, it is Springfield High School, Delaware County. Google it and you get what I'm saying. So the person that hired me said to me, "Are you sure you can handle this?" Now, this is what I really wanted to talk about right here. I wanted to stop right here for a second. I didn't know if I could handle it. But what I do know is Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. There are plans to prosper you, not to harm you." I'm not lying. And this woman gave me this scripture a long time ago. And I mean, like, well before this, when I was a teenager going into my adult life. So I know the plans that I have for you. He backdoored me in. He knows the plans that he had for me to prosper. He backdoored me in. He backdoored me in. I told her, yes, I can handle it. Not knowing if I can handle it. Working in Delaware County, which is the county to Philadelphia, is completely different than working in Philadelphia. I did not know if I can handle it. But what I said was yes. I said it with confidence, knowing that he knows the plans that he has for me, because he said, I know the plans that I have for you. Okay? Can you handle it? Yes. So anyway, I fast forward, because this is summary. I fast forward, I get the job. I literally get the job. It was one of, I'm not gonna lie, my first year it was just subbing. So I became the building sub. So I worked every day, Monday through Friday, became the building sub. It was one of the hardest jobs. I'm not gonna lie. You can ask my husband. I wanted to quit every single day. It was one of the most challenging jobs that I've had. I have dealt, youth in my community, but youth in my community. I've dealt with children. I've dealt with teenagers. I'm cool. Got some at home. I'm good. This was one of the most challenging jobs that I had. I wanted to quit every day I'm not even joking, for the first 2 years. I came home every day. I said, I quit. But there was something that they saw in me. I know this will preach. It was something that they saw in me that I didn't see for myself. She was setting me up from the beginning, because there was something that she saw in me that I didn't see in myself. You want to know why? What I'm about to say? She was setting me up from the beginning. So this was the assistant principal of operations that handled all the subs, and she ran the entire building. Shout out to her, because she is definitely one of still my friends. So she saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. When I say that she saw something in me, you can ask my husband. He's on here, comment, and every other comment. I was a sub going to, where was I going, babe? As a sub, I was going to in-service day trainings. As a sub, I was staying after school to go to teacher trainings. As a sub, I was going in on days where the kids weren't even there, and I was going into the teacher's trainings. Why would a sub do that? Because a sub doesn't do that. She saw something in me, not joking. At the end of the year, at the end of the first year, she said, hey, what are you doing over the summer? Oh, I'm going to go work with my husband. I did not have a clue what I was going to do. I promise you. But I told my husband, whatever you do, I'm going to do with you. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to figure it out and find me another job. She said, okay, sit tight. So before the end of the year, she said, come back. I need you to come back to fill this position. She said, I had somebody going on maternity leave. Came back, filled the position. Literally, again, I'm still a sub. She's still setting me up, because I'm still going to trainings. I'm still doing stuff that she asking me to do. I'm doing everything, y'all. I done taught Spanish. I know a little tiny bit, not enough, but I can't speak it. But I'm taught a little tiny bit of Spanish. I'm not even joking. I was teaching chemistry that turned into social justice class. I'm serious. It was a setup. It was a setup. She saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. I'm not even joking. She saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. The setups for elevation, it definitely was for elevation, Keisha, because it wasn't me. Because I quit. I quit so many times. It's my husband, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I quit. I quit in my heart every day. I quit in my mind every day. So again, she saw something in me, because God was working it out behind the scenes. And literally 1 year and a half, and then they asked me to come on as a full-time staff member. I still didn't know my purpose and why I was there. I quit every day. So now it's getting a little intense. It's getting intense because now I'm hired as a full-time staff member. So now I actually got to do something. I got to follow curriculum and teach curriculum. But I'm telling y'all, I quit every day. I was showing up every single day, but I was quitting every day. Every day I quit. At the end of the day, I quit, but I couldn't leave. I don't know. That's probably for somebody. I'm not even joking. Every single day I quit, but I couldn't leave. I'm not even joking. Could not leave. I would not leave. I would not tell them quit, but I came home every day and I quit. I promise you I quit. I'm gonna fast forward this story all the way up. So I'm in maybe about year 3 or 4 now. So now I'm finishing my 7th year. I'm finishing my 7th year. Yo, I'm still there because I can't quit. But I'm finishing my 7th year, right? So now we in year 3 or 4. Year 3 or 4, my purpose became clear on why I couldn't quit. And you may see, people go to the city, they go to urban areas to give back. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to give back. Oh yeah, I can't. I love these kids. Oh yeah, but I quit every day because I can't do it. But what I realized is when I stepped outside of myself, because I remember I told y'all, for I know the plans that I have for you, because those plans are for you to prosper. Yeah, they're not to harm you. They're to prosper. She saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. Imagine if I would have quit, I would have aborted the assignment. If I quit, I would have aborted the assignment. We can't quit prematurely, because when we quit prematurely, we do not complete the assignment. Don't quit ministry. Whoever that's for, it's hard. People are hard. Don't quit your job. People are hard. But there's an assignment. You cannot prematurely abort the assignment. If you prematurely abort the assignment, the names attached to you, they don't get what they're supposed to get from you. They don't see Christ. They don't see Jesus. They don't see kindness. They don't see love. They don't see you getting them through to the other side, because remember, I told you that you got to push through to get to the other side so you can help deliver some people from the same stuff that you was in, from the same process that you was in. But if you abort the assignment, then your name is no longer attached to those names. Now God got to go and find somebody else to complete your assignment because you aborted the mission. I can't quit, y'all. I'm not joking. I'm on year 7 and I wanted to quit since year 1. I still can't quit. I've been begging God to quit. God's made it clear why you can't quit, because I know the plans that I have for you. They're to prosper. Remember that salary that you talked about when you was fresh out of college and said, why can't I make this salary? Yeah, you can't quit. No, it's not about the money. But he said, I know the plans that I have for you. They're to prosper. Remember that thing you said you wanted to do? Remember you said you wanted to teach people? Remember that thing you said? Remember you said you wanted to help people? Remember you said you wanted to show people the hands and feet of Christ and what Christ looked like? You can't abort the assignment prematurely, because then your assignment is not complete. Who you going to have to answer to on Judgment Day? He going to say, why did you abort the assignment? I was working on something and you messed it up. Look, get out your own way. That's a whole nother story. Get out your own way. But I'm over here working on something and you messing it up right now because you getting your business in it. Now you getting your feelings in it. Now you getting your emotions in it. I'm still working on something, Tidra. So why are you trying to quit? You only on year 4. I'm still working on the plans to prosper. The plans that are good and not bad. They're not going to harm you. Those plans. Y'all know Philly ain't good right now. And everything around us is, but have not been harmed. His protections are around me. It's on me because he said, I know the plans that I have for you. I'm not even joking. You cannot abort the assignment. If you abort the assignment prematurely, then you mess the mission up. You mess the assignment up. You mess your call up. You mess your purpose up. And I don't mean that you mess it up like he can't redeem or restore. That's not what I'm talking about. But you mess that specific assignment that your name was attached to. And then think about all the people. I think I talked about this on a couple of shows ago with Dr. Shadia. But I said in March, I said, it's like your name and then all them names is literally like all those names under your names. He made it clear to me, y'all. I'm not even joking. I listen, by far, I don't say this to brag. It is an honor. And that's why I felt like I was filled with emotion too, even thinking about this story, because I was thinking about the cost that I have, the cost that it has cost me over 7 years. Not even joking. I make it look easy probably when I get up every day and go to work, but it's a cost to this. I'm not joking. It's a cost. Fear is a cost, like literally, because that thing will choke you up and keep you in trap. Insecurities is a cost. When your coworker's name get called and yours don't, and you know the work that you put in. Huh? That's for somebody. Stay on the assignment. He'll exalt you. You got to stay humble. He will exalt you. Because if you exalt yourself, it's not going to work. He's going to humiliate you. Stay on the assignment. Stay humble. He will exalt you. In due season, you will reap the harvest if you faint not. Don't faint. Stay on the assignment. God made it clear to me while I'm going to end. I'm going to say this and I'm going to end. I'm not even joking, but y'all know I have like 5 endings. That's what my husband always says. I'm in year probably about year 3. Year 3, 4. Y'all, this is no lie. This is God. There was days, and I promise you, I hope I never get fired once I tell people. There was days where my kids just wanted to talk about God. I did it. There's no way that I'm going to sit in a classroom and a student asks me about God and I don't tell him about God. Miss T, why you always, Miss T, why you always happy? Miss T, why you always just say, oh, thank God? Miss T, why, there you go preaching again. Miss T, why you always preaching to us? You want me to tell me why? You really want me to tell you why? You want me to tell you why? I would never disrespect anyone else's religion, I promise you, because that's just not me. I don't disrespect people. I love everybody. But there was times where there were people of other religions sitting in the classroom and they would just soak up what I said. And then they would literally ask me questions. Over the last couple of years, and I would say about 3 to 4, because I'm in 7, so I'm saying 3, 4. Over the last 3 to 4 years, I'm not joking. At least I could count. And God, correct me if I'm wrong, but I always use the number 10 because I feel like it's around about 10. 10 kids came to Christ. 10 or under, let me put that. But it was more than 5. Between 5 and 10 came to Christ. There was people that literally, I'm not even joking, y'all. I mean, living in, when I say the worst situations that I gave hope to. There was parents that I never forget that I prayed for. Soon as you give me an indication that you serve God, honey, you gonna get it. I mean, I'll say God bless anyway, or bless you, or I'm praying for you. But if you give me an indication that we serve the same God, oh, honey, I'm going to unleash on you. Oh, we serve the same God? Oh, yeah, because I don't never want to offend anybody. And then I'll go, I'm not saying go in, but then it's like, we'll talk about God. I mean, I have parents that literally, when I tell them about their student, how well they're doing right now, they will literally say, praise God. I got a text message today and say, praise God. Miss T, thank you for all you have done. I had a student, y'all. I'm not even joking. This is why now I take the assignment serious. I do. Before, I told you I wanted to quit. I did not take it serious because I wanted to quit because my emotions was caught up in my purpose. My emotions were caught up, meaning like my emotions were speaking louder than God saying, hold on, I'm working on something here. Hold on, you got a purpose. Hold on. I told you right here. I got scripture over here. I know the plans. Hold on. My emotions is like, no, God, how could you know the plans if I got to deal with these people? Or how could you know the plans if I'm dealing with some of the worst students in the building? How could you know the plans if I'm dealing with God have mercy. I say, because it was one, she cussed me out for 4 years and she graduating this year. And she ain't like that no more. I take my assignment serious now. You know why? It's lives at stake. My life is at stake because God has made my purpose clear. You know what he said to me? I heard it, y'all. This is the crazy part. I heard it. That's on 3-4 years ago. This is why it's not my closing. Thank you, honey. I heard him say, you are here to make this simple for them to understand. In that very moment, babe, stop. In that moment, I heard I heard it clear. You are called to make the word simple for people to understand. And this is the reason why I say this, right? And I'm not saying, listen, there's great teachers out here that can teach the word, right? I don't put myself on a pedestal, and neither do I put myself on the same level as any other teachers out here. I am me. He created to be me. He created me to be me. He said, for I know the plans that I have for you, right? So I cannot say that I teach like such and such, because my teaching style is, when I say different, it is different. It is very unique. It's different because it's me teaching. Do I read the manual? No. Do I know the manual? Yes. Do I teach the manual? Sometimes. Every day I teach the manual. I'm sorry. I don't want to incriminate myself. Nah, I do, y'all. But you make it your own. So that's what I'm saying. So I do make it my own. He made it clear to me. I was standing in front of my class and I heard it clear as day. You are called to make this easy for people to understand. There is nothing complicated about God. Yeah, people say, oh yeah, the mysteries of Christ. Yep. Okay. And guess what? The more you get into him is the more you will discover the mysteries. I still don't know him the way I'm supposed to know him, but I know him because I feel like it's never ending to know him, if that makes sense. You can just go deeper and deeper. It's a glory, another level, another level, right? It's a learning process, stepping stones. He said, you're called to make this word simple to them. It's by no mistake that I teach students that need me to make things simple for them. It's no mistake that I can literally make God as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3. And what I was going to say was, some teachers make God very complicated. He is not complicated. Sometimes they need to just know that they're loved. That's it. If we are called to be the hands and feet of Christ and made in his image, why can't you, and it's a question to do a heart check, why can't you execute what Christ looks like? Why can't you show the love of Christ in season and out of season? Why can't you show the love of Christ in the middle of the push? Why can't you show the love of Christ when you're down in the valley? Because if the word says that he's down there with you, then why can't you show his love? He loves you so much that he's down in the valley with you. So he's down on the ground when you get knocked down. He's down in your situation when your situation is really a situation and is really situationing. So why can't you show the love of God when you're on the mountaintop? All right, so when you get your little bonus, or when you get your little, ain't no stimulus check no more, your taxes, when you get your paycheck, when you get your promotion, when you get married, when you're elevated, when you're this, you can show him. But you got to be able to show him all the time. And some of my kids just need, that's it. And his love is here. So if his love is here, then I can extend it outwardly to others. This is not a time to be hating on people. This is not a time to be hating. This is not a time to be jealous. This is a time to show love in spite of how they treated you. I heard the word unforgiveness. I'm not joking. I don't know who it is. There's a difference between teaching and reaching. That's right. It is. If it is, I can't talk. It's not. Is it not written? Love your neighbor as thyself. That's right. That is right. If God says it, love them, love them. That's real. Thanks, Mom. So I know I had something in there. So look, here go your reflection. So let me tell y'all this real fast. I'm not even joking, because this goes with it too. Because this goes with this unforgiveness thing that I'm talking about. Closing number 3. I know. This goes with this unforgiveness thing that I feel like we've been talking about when we talked about daddy issues last month. We talked about this unforgiveness thing. And unforgiveness will keep us in bondage and hold us. Unforgiveness will spark an insecurity in you. Unforgiveness will taint your purpose. It will taint your call. It will taint your assignment. It will taint your love. It will taint your life. Unforgiveness. It does that because it puts us in offense. It becomes aged anger because we become bitter because now we're not forgiving who we're supposed to forgive. All right. I'm going to leave it right there. That was for somebody. I don't know who it was for, but that definitely was for somebody. I don't know who. I don't know. I feel like this. I don't know. We ain't talking about unforgiveness because I ain't going there, but I don't want to go there, I should say. But that unforgiveness thing, I feel like we've been talking about that for a minute. Unforgiveness has the ability to literally shut your body down. So whoever it is, you just need to let them go. And I don't even know how I got here, but clearly is for somebody on here. Let that thing go. Let it go. Let it go. All right. So this is what I want y'all to do. This is what I was going to say. My pastor was preaching yesterday, and yes, and he's been preaching about seduction. That's what it was. But yesterday he was teaching about basically about being offended. And I'm one of those persons that could let things go. Like now, I can let it go. Before, I couldn't because I have the love of God in my heart. So it's easy for me to let it go. Even if I feel the emotion of the offense, it does not stay in my heart long. It does not stay on my mind long. No, I don't suppress it, but I really let it go. But what happens sometimes is things are created and we don't even realize sometimes that we're offended with someone. So I mean, intentional offense, I let it go. But what he's been teaching, this is part 5 of the series he's been teaching, but what it has been doing, what I share is that it's been, what I share with my folks is that it has been allowing me to self-reflect a lot. I'm gonna put my thumb down because this thing keeps putting thumbs up, but it has allowed me to self-reflect a lot. And I say that because we should be doing, I call it self-inventory heart checks. We should be doing self-inventory heart checks frequently, not sometimes, not quarterly, but we should be doing them frequently. So if you don't know what your purpose is, you should be doing a heart check. If you have forgiveness in your heart, you should be doing a heart check. If you have insecurities that you see override, your secure, confident self, you should be doing a heart check. If you're holding people hostage in your heart, which is unforgiveness and offense, if you are an offense, you should be doing a heart check. Yeah, because that thing will stop you from doing what God called you to do. Because you're an offense and you don't want to be dealing with people. You don't want to be bothered with people. You don't want to complete the task or the assignment or the mission. Yep. So reflect on what your purpose is. Reflect on, are you doing what you know that God has called you to do? Are you doing what you know that God is calling you to do? Yes, we go through trials and tribulations and we stumble and we get stuck. I get it. We prolong the process like the Israelites did. Something supposed to be 4 days, end up being 40, or 3 days, end up being 40. Yeah, I get that. But while you're in the 40, what are you doing? What are you doing while you're in the process? All right, y'all. For my folks that's just coming on, you got to go back and watch the replay. But what are we doing? What are we doing in the push? Because now I got to go back to that. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I don't have nothing to say because I knew my husband was about to say closing number 4. Goodbye. Goodbye, Kyle. But goodbye, y'all. Because I'm stopping right here because I don't have nothing to say because I'm going to just keep going on and on and on about nothing. It's going to be closing number 10. But I love y'all. I really do. I really do. If you have not, please like and subscribe to my YouTube page. It is Fall into Victory Podcast, where you can see all the episodes back from October of 2023. And it's funny because I got a text message today, someone that said, hey, I finally just got caught up on them. So people still watch. they go back. Someone else told me that a couple of weeks ago. They were saying that literally how they was going back and watching some. That's what they're there for. Love you too. Go back and watch them to help you. I don't just get on here and talk for no reason. I want to see women free. I want to see men free. I want to see you. I want to see you living a healthy, godly life. I don't want you to be religious. I want you to have a relationship. I want you to walk in your purpose. I want you to walk out your purpose. I want you to desire to want better for your life. I really do. That is my heart for God's people. I don't need to know you to celebrate you. If you post something or if you tell me something and we're not in connection every single day, I'm going to be happy for you because that's how much I love you. Yes, that's right. Amen. Thank you. So I love you with the love of God. I'm not joking. When I hit the end button, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for each person that was on here, that God will give your heart a willingness to make it easy for you to say yes to push through. Now, if you just coming on, you got to go watch the beginning because God released the word and it was not what I was supposed to even say. Well, it's not what I wrote down. It was what I was supposed to say. It's what he had me say. So I love you with the love of God. Cousins, it's nothing that you can do about it. I'm not even joking because you are amazing. You're awesome. And I really care about you. So because I care about you, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to ask God to make the push easy. Make the push easy. Okay? And it all tied in. If you can hear the theme, it all tied in. All right, y'all. I love y'all. See y'all next Monday. You know what? Real fast. Oh my God. No, not closing number 5. How do I not say thank you? First off, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Heart. Thank you to every single person that has voted for me. I did not advance to the finals. However, I made it through 5 rounds of the top 5, but I did not advance to the finals. So thank you so much for every person that sowed a seed. And when I say a seed, some people sowed well beyond my expectations. I would never ask you to sow any money into me. Promise you I would. If you're led, please do so. But I would never ask anyone to, please sow money into me. That is not what I'm about because that's where I get it from. So thank you so much. I promise you, I appreciate you 100. Thank you for setting your timers and voting for me because there was names that I saw that popped up literally every day. So I appreciate y'all. I'm not even joking. I don't need that to justify what God has called me to do. I don't. I'm sorry that I did not win because, of course, I wanted a trip to Hawaii. Of course, I wanted to win $25,000. However, I don't need that to justify my purpose and what God has called me to do in this season and period and for the rest of my life. So I thank you. I promise you, I thank you so much. I'm not even joking. The love that y'all have shown has been, when I say has blown my mind, has blown my mind. The celebrating of people texting me and commenting on my status has literally blown my mind. And I thank you. And I don't take it lightly because you don't have to be kind to me. So I thank you so much. Next week, I think we're going to do kind of little, even though Sunday is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. But on Monday, I think I'm going to do a little mommy special and bring some ladies on, like couple women, and we're going to chat it up about being a mommy. So I love y'all with the love of God. Thank you so much for being great. I love you. See y'all next week.